Hey everyone, I'm Bevan Brand-Lanningham and I'm here with another episode of my Lesbian Tea Basket where I rate and review tea and reclaim tea parties for lesbians. And I'm here with my grandmother, who is not a lesbian, but she's a Canadian, or at least she used to be a Canadian until she became naturalized. I'm here to review the tea called Oh Canada from David's Tea. And so I thought grandmother would be a perfect guest on the Lesbian Tea Basket to talk to us about Canada and tell us what she thinks about Canadian tea. So, grandmother, say hello to everyone.
Hello everyone.
Now, grandmother, you were born and raised in Canada, right?
I was born and raised in Canada, yes. I became a citizen in the United States, maybe 20 years ago. Maybe.
Nice. Maybe.
Yes.
Somewhere around there.
And I have dual citizenship.
Oh, so you are still legitimately a Canadian?
Yes, I carry a Canadian passport and a United States passport.
Grandmother, how long has it been since you said a boot?
If I ever did. I hope I didn't.
I hope you didn't.
I hope I did not.
You did not.
Yes.
So what are these little treats that we have, grandmother? Tell us about
these, yes. My mother used to make these for us when we were children, and we loved them. And they're called buttercups. And they're somewhat like a pecan pie filling put in a small little muffin tin and baked. And they're very, very good. And you can have nuts in them, or you can have them plain, or you can make them with raisins, which I did.
Grandmother loves a raisin.
I love raisins. Unfortunately, my daughter did not.
Oh, that's my mom.
Yes.
Who's videotaping this for us.
Yes.
It's high tech here at the Lesbian Tea Basket. Now, grandmother, will you sip the tea?
Yes.
Yeah, it's time for tasting.
It's delicious.
It's delicious.
Yes.
It's a rooibos tea, which is an African redbush tea.
Origin.
Yes, and its origin. So it's from David's Tea, which is very appropriate because my grandfather's name was David. So it's kind of like Grandfather David tea, except that he never would pick teal as a branding color. He was too sensible for that. He would have gone with gray.
That's
beige,
right.
Maybe.
Very British.
He was very British, though he was German.
He was German, but he spoke with a great British accent.
He did. It was very curious.
Yes.
He was of ambiguous origin, but we know he was from Germany. So, okay, so the rooibos tea has bits of maple in it. Do you taste the maple?
Yes, it's wonderful.
It is actually quite good. I brewed this double strong. I basically just didn't listen to their instructions, and I just brewed a lot in this pot. But
speaking of the teapot.
Oh yeah, tell us about the origin of the teapot.
Was a gift from my daughter, my granddaughter's mother.
Yes.
And it has my favorite flower on it, the lilac. Yes.
Yeah, it's quite lovely.
It's lovely. It's really lovely. Yeah, very British looking. Yes.
Grandmother, will you tell us about Canada? What was it like when you were growing up?
Very, very nice country to live in. Yes, indeed. The only problem that I had with Canada was the cold winters.
Oh, the cold winters.
I enjoyed them very much when I was a child. But after you turn 14, 15, you kind of think that it's nice to be a girl, so to wear girly things and so on. And that didn't go along with the cold. No.
So you had trouble with your femme presentation when she turned about 14 or 15
Yes.
with the bitter cold.
With the very bitter cold.
With Canada.
Yes.
It's a problem that persists today, grandmother.
Yes.
So you ran away to Toronto when you were 18. And I say run away because she moved without telling her parents until she got there.
Until we arrived. And my sister was with me, my older sister, yes. And it was a great adventure. Yes.
And how long did you live in Toronto?
About 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Yes. Went to school there, worked there, learned about a big city and living in a big city, which was a wonderful experience.
And you had a radio show, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me about your radio show.
Radio show. More television than radio.
Oh.
Yes.
Excuse me, it was television.
It was the beginning of television. It was in the 1950s. And it was before anything could be taped. And we worked for days getting timing so it would fit into a 30-second spot or a 1-minute spot without the possibilities that are available today, of course. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It
awesome.
was very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great experience. And my children at the time, my 2 older daughters were studying piano, and I took them on the show to have them perform.
Aunt Sharon and Aunt Val got to be on TV, but my mom
Yeah.
did not.
No,
Nope.
not at that time.
Once again. Okay, so grandmother, since this is O Canada tea, and you said you liked it, it was delicious.
Delicious.
Yeah. Will you tell us if you think this tea would be served in Canada?
Yes, I believe so, because Canadians are very fond of tea, and it is their coffee, as Americans love coffee. Yes.
So, what kind of tea did you drink in Canada when you lived
Usually red rose, yes,
there? Red rose tea.
red rose tea, and orange, always orange pico, of course.
I remember my mom was very fond of red rose tea when I was
Yes.
growing up.
Yes.
Always. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give, since I rate my teas on the Lesbian Tea Basket, so that way people can know
Yes.
what I think about it. I'm going to go ahead and give it, it's a scale of 1 to 5 labri. And grandmother, I don't know if you know this, but the glamorous is a symbol of lesbianism. And it's that double-sided axe. So, because it's a very lesbian symbol.
No,
that's
I
how
don't know that.
You don't know. It's fine.
No.
We're just slowly introducing you to all these things about being a lesbian.
I know.
So I'm going to give it 3 labri because I think it's good, but there's nothing really special about it, and it is quite sweet. My mom pointed out she didn't like it because it was too sweet. So, which I think is good for some people if you like a sweet tea.
Yes.
But it also, I like tea to feel soul warming. So red rose would automatically get points from me because it comes with those little animals.
Yes.
It has little ceramic animals that you get for free, which is like a toy when you're little, and like a collector's item when you're older. But this doesn't really warm your soul. It's just a packet of tea. So I would say 3 labri. It's a pretty good tea. If you like a rooibos and you like it sweet, then that's good. I like to have a little more control over my sweetener, but it's pretty good. And if you like maple, which I do, it's a good tea to have.
It's a good tea. It's an excellent tea.
Yes.
Very good.
Well, thank you so much for being on the Lesbian Tea Basket, grandmother.
It was my pleasure. Indeed.
Yay. And thanks, Mom, for filming.
Yes.
You can turn it off now.